Hey, it's Richard again. Tonight we're talking about probably the two most popular variations on the product line here, and these are both Mark IVs. This is the 6V6 and this is the EL84, and if I didn't tell you that, you wouldn't know the difference. This one's a little bit earlier model with the mid-range switch, but if you ordered it today, they're both built on this identical chassis. Just the 6V6s we have to punch bigger holes, but it's the same preamp, same power transformer, same everything, same EQ, same, I mean, the only difference is between this amp and this amp, at least mechanically speaking, are whatever it takes for to feed 6V6s. I mean, it's just really a couple of resistors different, little bias, but what have you. But anyway, that said, these are two remarkably different amps, and the 6V6 is kind of new to the game. I've been building this one a couple of years now. It's cathode biased, which, unless you go all the way back to 5E3 Tweed Deluxe or more recently the Blackface Princeton, and there's a couple other places, but a pair of 6V6s in cathode biased form, this is, one would think it would go toe-to-toe with the 17 watts over here, but this is, if we're talking about clean power, you're probably at about 12.5 or 13 watts. It tests very similar to a 5E3 or a Tweed Princeton, electrically speaking. This one over here, it's got a very pronounced upper mid-range like one would expect from an EL84 amp. Very British sounding. It can do the jingle jangle thing with single coil pickups. This one, we were playing with this just a little while ago, and it's remarkable the way this thing sounds with a Stratocaster. And for me, and I can have anything I want, and I currently don't even own one of my own amps because of domestic constraints, but the only logical conclusion is you got to buy one of each. I mean, that's there's nothing I can play here that will adequately demonstrate the sonic differences, but I can describe this for you. Pronounced upper mid-range, consistent with your EL84 expectations. It's capable of getting a lot more California than one might think. It should not be just dismissed as another EL84 amp. It doesn't sound like a MAZ-18. It doesn't sound like an AC-15. It doesn't sound like a Matchless Lightning, although all of those elements are present. There might be some weird Canadian trainer that you hear in there. You might hear a little Marshall 18. Over here, the warm and fuzzy spots are going to be 5E3 Deluxe, which is, by a lot of people's measure, the greatest amp ever beside the 59 Bassman. But if you need the 5E3 Deluxe type sound, or visualize a Blackface Princeton with a 12-inch speaker, and that's the neighborhood you're going to be in here. Better EQ than either one of those amps had, much better EQ than either one of those amps had, but on the sonic continuum, this is going to be quite a bit more scooped. It's not going to cut through a thick mix as well as this one will, just because of where the frequencies lay in the spectrum. On this one is just going to punch through a little bit more. Of course, if you're miking, it's irrelevant, but this is kind of a Tweedy type of thing going on here, and this is my baby right here. So I'm sure there's going to be plenty of questions, and I'm here for you if you need me. Give me a call, shoot me an email, visit my Facebook page. It's been great talking to you guys tonight. Thank you for your time.